Now, I was just on Facebook and I saw a comparison of Hitler to Trump, and it was a very accurate analogy. Evil and fascism basically reinvents itself in the form of hate, greed, and this notion that you blame everybody else, most especially immigrants or the undocumented or the radicals, right? The liberals, the artists, those that are different, and on and on and on, and take the rights away from women and infringe upon our freedoms in the name of the mighty dollar or the gold bar, as it were, with the Nazis. And yes, I know they're listening. And so that's the awesomeness about having an electric car. The crows follow me. So as I was saying, if you vote for Trump, I said, if you vote for Trump, you're evil. Now, I know that not every redneck is evil, and not every German was evil. People were fooled by a charismatic leader, protector. The fucking guy is saying he's a protector. He's taking everything out of Goebbels and Trump's, Hitler's fucking playbook. Trump is literally having some guy named J.D. Vance, who quite honestly, he knows he's lying. The guy knows he's lying, but he's getting so much money that, it's like they say, everybody has a price tag. Believe it. That's so true. There are people out there, you give them enough money, they'll tell you whatever the fuck you want them to tell people. And that's exactly what J.D. Vance is doing. And, he's a wimp for it. I hate to use the F word. I hate to call people faggots and pussies and shit, but this is no longer Mr. Nice Guy. This is we're talking about people who want to keep drilling and polluting our fucking planet, enslaving people, and letting us feed our enemies and building up our fucking military, locking people up, while the rich just keep getting more tax breaks and zipping around the world. And let me tell you something. Most old people at the approaching 80, they don't give a fuck about anything anymore. Trump's gonna fucking resign. He's old, doesn't give a fuck, and he's gonna get his dick sucked by as many fucking Russian bitches as he wants on Putin's jet while they fucking nuke the planet to smithereens. He doesn't give a fuck about the future, about anything. And if anybody would want to attack us, it's seeing a nation divided. And that's what concerns the living daylights out of me, because I spent time working with billionaires, and they're the least bit concerned about the world, the planet. They think that they're just better than everybody. There's a Calvinism. John Calvin, because people don't know who the fuck that was, preached that, Jesus and God shines a light better on rich people. That's why they're rich. And that's so, you couldn't be further from the truth, and it's gone to the point where the greed that I saw, the level of corrupt politicians and the people who think that they know better because they're businessmen, they have no place in politics. I'm sorry. Democracy is an ideology, and it is not a business. Okay, it is. There's a monetary system based around the unregulated capitalism, which has gone rampant by the fossil fuel industry, folks. Everything is petroleum based, everything is plastic based, everything is being sucked out of the ground and then spewed and causing cancer and pollution on our oceans, our fields, our farms, our air, and a small people are profiting from it. We can make clean energy and everybody profits. It's free, and eventually all the food, all the fish and the wildlife will come back, and we'll have a sustainable planet and way of living. And on that note, I noticed some fresh roadkill over here. We gotta close the roads. That's another thing. It's too many fucking roads, man. And the wildlife, there's no bridges. If you look in Europe, they build bridges so wildlife can cross the roads, It's just our planet is being managed by a bunch of fucking thugs, basically. you know, and the Chinese, you know, they're laughing all the way to the bank. They're polluting the skies just as much as the Russians are, and we're building up our military to go defend Arctic oil fields. If we banned fossil fuels and all of a sudden said to everybody, hey, turn in your car, the government's going to fund some electric program. We're not going to buy anything that's made in China for a while, except if it's absolutely necessary. And we're going to make the world realize that we're the leaders of consumption of all products. We'd have to just revolutionize everything and produce all our energy here. We'll produce all our solar, and then we'll export it. You know, we can make a huge, gigantic solar panels out in the South Pacific and in the Atlantic Ocean. And just like the algae absorbs all the energy from the sun, so too with these solar panels. And, you know, it would have a battery that would have an electric line that you could funnel right to Europe and any other country that wants to abide by our democracy. It would be either you become a democracy or we starve you to death, basically, in which case that would happen, there would be infighting and these people would start killing each other, and they'd be like, oh, USA, rescue us. And we'd be like, well, you can't keep coming here anymore because it's not working out. Guess what? It's going to have to work out in your own country, your own little solar panel. And that would solve the immigration problem right then and there. And you wouldn't have to blame the fucking immigrants and round people up. I mean, what Trump is talking about is the most asinine, stupid fucking thing you could possibly imagine. The guy's a fucking pig, chauvinist from the Howard Stern show. It was for kicks, for laughs. How could anybody be such a spoiled brat and so disgusting and obnoxious and honest about it, you know? And you know, it's like a joke. Every redneck up here, almost every single redneck around here is wearing these Trump supporter hats with a camo flags, not knowing what the fuck they're supporting. And I don't mean to say that these people are evil, they're just dumb. That's and stupid, and they go to TikTok instead of reading a newspaper or going on CNN. That's how they get their news, because they don't really read. They just go on TikTok and they watch 15-20-second videos and have literally no worldview. And that's my take on politics for this morning.